Alright, I want to go through and provide a decently in-depth tutorial for every mission on LASO. Start with Sierra and go from there. This will be the strats I do. Just usually I favour consistency over speed because when I go through runs, I want to get through it and get it done. There are faster strats, different strats. If you do your own run, I definitely advise mixing and matching, using any strats you want. Basically, watch many runners, see how they get through certain areas, and mix and match what you prefer, plan accordingly that way. So the first thing I do is I'm gonna kill the Arbiter and give him a sword. So 2 full AR bursts to get him down, followed by a 1 punch to drop his shields, headshot, and grab the carbine. So what you're gonna do as well is grab the carbine and move the pistol away, so he spawns with a sword. If the pistol's near his corpse, grab that instead. So now you have a carbine and he has a sword. The reason I do this is because the carbine's nice for the first area, and Arbiter with a sword is a killing machine, and we utilize that as much as we possibly can. So I've got triggers enabled, I think, and I want to just kind of demonstrate and show the triggers we skip, triggers we need to hit, that kind of stuff, the important ones at least. So in this first area, hopefully the trigger's enabled to see the one we skip by the little ghost jump. It might not be. And also, I think this trigger, the visualization is broken. It's not as big as it seems. So let me quickly open HCM and turn triggers on. Yeah, so it's not actually this big, but let me make a quick save. And I'll show when it's hit. So the dialogue means it's hit, but it's not this big actually. So what we do is we want to come to this rock and jump, spam jump again. Jump, spam jump on the way up. Come up here. So now we're above it, you can see we're above it. Then you come over here. And the end of the trigger is here, so as long as you come this over here somewhere, drop down, you've skipped the trigger. So in the next area, there are 2 approaches. There's the safe way, my way, and then there's the skip way. And if you choose to do the skip way and save some time, then I would go up top and kill the brute up there, who's on that rock. Backsmack him, get his brute shot, and hopefully a bubble shield if drops it. Doesn't always, but helps to have. The reason I don't do the YOLO part here is because it's a 4-hour run, usually, like, 3.5 hours, 4 hours long. And saving a minute, I don't really care about. But ultimately as well, the YOLO skip isn't that consistent. You may get through 30, 40, maybe 50% of the time. But even if you do, like, I'd rather take like the 30 seconds to a minute to clear this area. 2 minutes, no big deal, whatever, I'd rather just get through consistently either way. So anyway, drop down into here, drop this gun here, hide here for like 5-10 seconds because this guy will see you otherwise, which you don't want. Then come back up here and we're going to double back real quick. Double back to spawn in the Arbiter. So, I'm not sure exactly if this trigger is entirely accurate, but for pure safety, so this is what you need to hit to spawn him in. It looks like it's around here, the actual like trigger location, the trigger volume. But I come around this tree just to be safe. I advise maybe test it yourself, but if you can come back this far and then that's fine. That's by all means, it's great. But with the first trigger I showed, the volume isn't like entirely accurate, so just be careful yourself. But anyway, doing that spawns him in for this next area, which makes it much more clean, much quicker. The first thing you do is backsmack this guy, then overcharge this brute. Oh, I didn't miss the overcharge. Alright, whatever, missed the overcharge, no big deal. Normally you would overcharge him, but we missed it. So from here, I would now kill the carbine jackals. They're the biggest priority. So look out for those. If he is by these crates, you can overcharge them as well. Not overcharge, sorry, you can shoot the crates, these fusion coils, and then the crates will blow into him and kill him. But often he's like in this area too, so normally when I overcharge this guy, I'll kind of hang around here and see if he's in this area for an easy overcharge as well. And optimally, you can get both of them in the first 30 seconds. In this case, it's not happened for either of them. So that first brute's dead, Arbiter killed him. So in this first area, there are 3 carbine jackals in this immediate area, and the 4th one's up there. Ignore him for now, but you can kill him if you want. Yeah, in this area I would look for the grunts first. Prioritize those. This guy's out now. We can kill him easy. So I would my kill order in most areas, in like order of hierarchy, is obviously Jackals with a carbine and a brutes. At least in this level, right? Jackals with a carbine and beam rifle, followed by grunts, followed by brutes. Brutes last. Brutes aren't scary if you're near them. And on this level as well, you want to prioritize keep an arbiter alive. And the Jackals can kill him with headshots or beam rifles, whatever. They'll kill him pretty quick. So this is why we leave Arbiter alive. Arbiter has nearly killed the brutes, so they're retreating now. Like, as you can see, we don't do much in this area. Arbiter hard carries. Just, you know, help him clear and keep him alive. Now they've retreated. Let's finish. I think in this area, if you do this strategy, I would advise always killing the grunts. At least, like, most of them. I'll explain why in a second. But that's most of them dead. So in this situation, we can just leave, maybe? Depends what the brute's doing. We can throw a grenade to distract him. Whoops, bad grenade. Grenade to distract. Just leave. So this is the next trigger we hit. Go in, hit the dialogue, come back out. If you want to full clear this section, by all means do it. As safely you can, for sure. But you haven't got to. I would at least kill all of the grunts, because they can kill you in the next section. So anyway, the reason we hit this trigger up here is because it changes the outer map geometry which we want. And you know it's done when the dialogue triggers, but also this cave is now blocked by the rock. So come back here and pick up this, dropped earlier, then do the outer bounds. Pretty easy to jumps. So at this part here, there is like a barrier here, right? An invisible barrier. We want to go over this. So make sure you jump towards this rock and follow it around. Then when you're out of bounds, just follow this path. It's pretty easy. Don't go too near this part, edge of the map, because you'll be dragged back in bounds by the barriers there. So come up here, and then you'll come to a rock. This rock right here. You have to jump up. And then from here, this is a little tricky. There are ways to do it, like different ways than I do it. My way is I line up like with this rock here and just hold W and jump. But as I'm going, I turn back in bounds. So yeah, like that. Very, very easy. If you struggle with it, there's other ways to do it. Look at other runners. You see how they do it as well. And then from here, just follow the edge of the map the whole way around. Jump up this part here. And then as soon as you hit the light section, I just normally turn and go back to the map. There's no need to follow the whole way around. Then you drop in. So now, Cortana skip. I'll make a quick save here just so I can show it off. But this is the trigger we will not hit. So you want to aim for this ledge here, then there's a rock down there that you can't see. Let me quickly turn it off so you can see the rock itself. So yeah, we're aiming for this rock just here. So jump there, then land on there. There are other ways to do this. You can land there as well if you want, but this is my way. There's many ways to do it. So from here, I jump to here, then across. But let me turn the trigger on. Also, by the way, there's an overhang above here. You don't want to hit your head on this because you'll lose momentum and fall to the ground at the moment. So if you're in midair and you think you might hit this, just release W ever so slightly. So from there to there, and then we'll go past. So let me show you the trigger again. So jump. Yeah, you can see the rock clearer now. So this is the rock. Aim kind of high on the rock, but watch for the overhang. So jump. Oh, I hit it. Perfect. Let's come back. Jump. It's hard to do with the trigger volume enabled. I can't actually see what I'm doing. Also here, turn your flashlight on and makes it easier. So jump. I want to hit this, but it's hard to do with the big box in my way. Can't see my usual reference point to jump to. There we go. So from here, jump to this rock. And then, so what you want to do with this rock here is the Cortana moment is ever so slightly above the ground. You see that? I crouch and hit it. So try to land in the middle of this rock. Not here and not here. Aim for the middle because, Yeah, it's just slightly above the ground. Then jump past, and we're good. So the reason I did that was because typically in a run, you want to be fast through the area to spawn in the Arbiter. Now, I was slow to show you guys how it worked, and he didn't spawn. But if you're fast through the area, he'll spawn right here with a sword and follow you through the next part of the level. So now we don't have him. Hypothetically, let's say we hit the moment, it's whatever, it happens. I'll show you guys the full clear strat, it's pretty easy. But normally with the Arbiter, it's much easier to have him like clear enemies for you. So carry on through this part of the river, aim for this side of the rock just here. And then once you hit, look up and you want the Phantom to leave, so it's right there. When it's gone, just leave the river. Then carry on to Sniper Forest. So this is where he would again join you, but we missed him of course, so we got to full clear this ourselves. So this guy right here, he's your biggest threat, he's a beam rifle every single time. So always make sure he dies before going anywhere. Then the rest of the immediate ones are always going to be carbines, with the exception for a few. So make your way through, I guess, learn the spawns, be safe through here. Learn the spawns and make your way through nice and safely. So with these guys, you want to aim just above their heads, because the hitboxes are kind of weird. Okay, so this guy here in the tree, he is a beam rifle every single time. So be a little bit careful with him. The rest are carbines. To note as well, if this guy is like in this area and your shields are low, you punish for health. So as you round here, you can approach him head on, he'll get scared of you and won't shoot you point blank. So just punish for shields. He can be here, he can be sort of here, anywhere in this area. He can be like, you know, around here. He can even fall from the tree and be down here as well. But if that's the case and you're low shields, then punish for health. Beam rifles will never shoot you point blank, they're scared of you. Anyway, carry on around here, kill that guy in the beam rifle, then come around here again. This guy is also a beam rifle. There's sometimes a guy in this tree, kill him, kill this guy, and finally, he's the last one. So from this point here, I would make sure you have a beam rifle at least juggled to here. So the first guy, the second guy, this guy, and this guy, you have 4 possible beam rifles. If none of them spawn, or you can't get this guy, for example, that's fine, you don't need it, but it makes this area a bit easier. Where did my plasma pistol go? Here it is. So juggle this up, and in this area here, you're kind of on a timer.
Come on, you dummy.
A very loose timer, at least. So beam rifle this guy, come up here. Make sure to juggle your plasma pistol up. This guy's a beam rifle as well, so be careful of him. Kill him. So make sure here you have your plasma pistol equipped, because you want to kill the brute when he stops right here. He always stops, it's scripted to stop, but when he's dead you can relax him then, onwards. If you miss him, no big deal, he can just hide around here, you can get him as he peeks sometimes, but yeah, easy kill right there. Kill some grunts. Then from here I would overcharge this guy down below. Unless he's backed off, which he has. For some reason, okay, I don't know why he had no shields there, it was backed up, but normally he's down below in this area here, so go for the easy kill, and then kill the grunts around him as well. Yeah, kill the grunts. Kill as many as you can from this vantage point. And around here as well, I would start to be careful of your BR ammo, because it's going to run out. Now here, I'm going to get the beam rifle, but also throw this down in this direction. And then we want to kill the beam rifle at the back, this guy. Then, if there's one more in the tree here, kill him. But he's not there, it's fine. So now we want to progress onwards a little bit, because the whole immediate area is clear and we got to drop down. So, grab your plasma pistol and leave the beam rifle. We don't need it anymore. So pushing on, this is probably the hardest brute in the game. Or in the level at least. Is this brute in this area right here. Just because your visibility of him is really low and he can attack you almost immediately. So that was easy. Yeah, that was fine. So what I would consider for this brute right here is if he's in this area, is from here, like when you can't see him, peek, grenade for distracts, hope he dodges to the left here and then overcharge him that way. He's much easier on the right here, like on the left here, like I just did. But if he's like here, for example, yeah, I would be over here. I would grenade like that to make him dodge to the left, and then overcharge that way. So as you just saw, there was a carbine guy just in this area. So for maximum safety, I'm going to come back real quick, and I'm going to grab a carbine. Because if you listen closely, my BR's out, and I don't want to die. So I'm going to really quickly just come back up here and get this guy's carbine ammo. Got it. The next thing we do is I'm going to jump on this rock, then up, and hit the next trigger. So come up here. Now here, kill this guy. Check for him in the tree. We know he's not there, so we can carry on past. If he is in the tree, kill him, and then just do what I do, drop back down. You want to go across the bridge to hit the trigger, by the way. That's why I go across it. Be careful here. You don't want to fail this jump too many times because the enemies are obviously behind you, crossing the bridge, so be careful. And just kill the grunts if they cross. Careful with the grenades, of course. Alright, so let them cross and go back for some more carbine ammo. Okay, so by the way, if you have the Arbiter in this section, he'll clear a lot of the enemies from now onwards for you. So when I get back, I'll show what the Arbiter would do normally in a typical run with the Arbiter. But if you haven't got him yourself, like I do, I don't in this situation for the tutorial, then you have to full clear yourself. Which isn't that hard, it just takes, you know, a few more minutes. No big deal. And then, yeah, we're getting some carbine ammo right now. Some up here. Cool, perfect. We have good carbine for the next enemies. So, if you had the Arbiter leaving the Slapper Forest and first approaching this area, then as you'd walk up here, he would drop down to there and drop down and kill the first pack of brutes. Then he might run through to the next pack and kill some of those as well. But usually he'll stop in this first area and kill the bottom guys for you at least, which is fine, so that's cool. So right here, I'm going to kill some carbine, kill some grunts. He's backed off, that's good. Careful of this guy, try to grenade him off the edge if you can, just move him out the line of sight. Kill some more grunts if you can. So a strategy in this game is to peek overcharge. So you want to peek the brute and overcharge him to where he can't see you. And when he can't see you, he want to dodge your overcharges. That's like a game method the whole way through the game, which we'll show more on as I go through the levels. So right now, we can probably go back to where we were. Oh, by the way, so the reason I normally drop down and jump there and cross the bridge is because with the Arbiter, that then triggers him to, you know, go all the way around and go up himself, and he will go into this area here and kill a lot of the enemies for you if he can. So it makes him be aggressive. It makes the whole clear so much easier for you. But also having them in this area here as well means they're easier to kill for you as well if you don't have the Arbiter. So it's a win-win. So let's just overcharge these guys and kill them. If you want to keep one for shields, that's by means good. But I kill at least one just because, yeah. Alright, so this guy here is going to be a problem, but first of all I want to peek this area here and check if there's any grunts in this area. If there's grunts in this area, kill them because they'll grenade you as you jump up. If you jump here, for example, and you miss the jump and land here, these guys will all grenade you and you'll die. So you don't want that. So I peek around here, kill them if there's any up here, just in case someone, you know, failed this jump. So from here, jump up, ignore him, carry on. So you guys remember the Jackal that I didn't kill? He's still alive, right? So he's going to be there. So kill him as well. And as you approach this area, sometimes people get stuck down here, like grunts and brutes. Be wary of that too. Don't run down here blindly, just be careful. So what you can do is you can get the battle rifle here, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to grab it in a second, but that's what you would do if you were clear of this area already. What I'm going to do first is make sure to kill these enemies that I can with a carbine. Kill him, kill some grunts before approaching. Make sure the grunts are dead. They are. Alright, let the bubble wear out. We're going to come up here and grab a fresh plasma pistol. Don't need one. And wait right here. This is your visibility. The brutes. When the bubble goes. So I'm going to throw a grenade just to distract the brutes. Make them dodge, then overcharge. It's one dead. Then the last guy should be pretty free. Just overcharge him. And if you need shields here, get it. If you need shields, get them. Don't punish that attack, punish this one. Only punish that small lunge. Punish nothing else. That's the only safe one you can do. And that's it. They're all dead. So now we can prep for the next area. And for the final area, you only need a battle rifle, and that's it. Really. You don't need much else. So full BR. Make sure to reload before coming for this one, because you're just fully topped up. Alright, so right now I want to get a beam rifle, which you don't necessarily need, but it's nice to have one. And a fresh plasma pistol as well. Again, you only need one. Having two is not that big of a deal, just have a nice sort of two. Having two is more fail-safe, just in case. So come up here. Also, as well, if for whatever reason this guy and this guy don't spawn, you can, if you want, get the human sniper down there. So buy the down pelican as a human sniper, which you can if you need, but again, don't need snipers. Let's juggle these through the next area. So right here, I think the Arbiter will rejoin you for the final clear, and hopefully he still has his sword equipped. So he'll join you. As you approach this, have your beam rifle out. Oh no, sorry! Your plasma pistol. Let me quickly change, overcharge this guy. I might have missed him. I missed him. Yeah, so my bad. You're supposed to have your plasma pistol equipped to peek around the corner and overcharge him while he's like stationary and kill him. I messed up. So now he's down there causing chaos. So yeah, let's quickly kill him. He's annoying me. He's much easier when he's, you know, stationary. Whatever. We'll leave him with the Arbiter. So right now, yeah, so from here, I would kill this guy up here first, then kill some grunts down here. And I would then peek the snipers and begin to kill them. Where are they? Okay, so something to note as well with Jackal snipers in this game, specifically Jackal beam rifle snipers, is they can only shoot twice before overheating, and then while they're overheated, they can't shoot again. What that means is, if you're in this area, and you see the Arbiter around here fighting, right, and you see a beam rifle guy shoot twice, you can then shoot safely without being shot. So if this guy here is shooting at the Arbiter, and he shoots twice, you can peek safely for 5 to 10 seconds and kill him again, and he won't risk shooting you in that meantime. So you're safe for a few seconds to peek. And then from here, I would go back to your plasma pistol and overcharge one of these carbine guys on the bridge. So when you do, overcharge, just break line of sight, so it doesn't dodge you, and then let him run around, whatever, and go for a headshot. And let the Arbiter do what he does in this area and clear the whole area for you. This guy's charging. Can I get an easy kill? Yes, we can. So killing him makes these two charge you what you want. So wait here. And from now, I would drop down, because we're safe too. Okay, so they are now in this bottom room. As you can see, running the circles. Usually the carbine gets stuck when the chieftain leaves, so let's bait him up. Back smack that. Easy. He's dead. Invincibility's mine. We're all good. We want the hammer, but not yet. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do? Oh, he's alive. Perfect. He peeked. So yeah, you can just be on these guys as well. There we go. So you saw the 2 fire, then the cooldown, then the 2 fire again. That means I can shoot safely and not be at risk of dying. Okay, so what we do now is we want to go kill the carbine guy, but also hit the next trigger. So he comes out, easy, overcharge him, kill him. Sometimes he gets stuck in the bottom room, which I'll show as well. But this is the trigger we need. So we hit this trigger, and right there, and we leave. So normally he gets stuck in this corner, so just backsmack him there. But yeah, hit the trigger and then come out. And doing that, we want to come back this way as well and spawn kill these guys out the Phantom. There's 2 carbine jackals immediately. They're pretty high prio. And then a couple grunts. I think it's 3 grunts. 1, 2, 3. Then change to your plasma pistol. 3 overcharge, 5 when he lands. Break line of sight quickly, kill him, and then that's it. That's really it for the rest of the level. You haven't really got to kill anyone else now. So let the Phantom leave before you peek because he can still kill you. Then we're going to grab the hammer and finish the level. So right now I have a hammer, invincibility, and a battle rifle. I'm going to swap the battle rifle for a carbine as I come up here. So jump up, grab this, come up through here. We want to assess the bridge situation. So as you can see, they're at the back corner there. They're at the back at least, fighting the Arbiter. That's not really important. As long as they're in this vicinity, we can literally come down here, get this crate, get us more ammo, and then you want to run along the right side of this. Now from here, even if they're here idle, they can't see you, so it's whatever. Just run past. Then jump up here, and just carry on past. Just ignore them. They won't shoot you. They might try, but they can't hit you. You're safe. Kill these guys. So here as well, I grenade the window just to break the glass, because if you might hit it and bounce off, you're in danger. Drop down, release, turn around, get some more ammo. And then I come this way with my hammer. If you haven't got a hammer, there's a safe spot over this ledge, other side of it. So if you haven't got a hammer, you can do that. Otherwise, you can also jump up here and jump on this, onto here, then up there through the windows. That's another way up, but I just do this way. This is the safest way. Is come up here, hammer up, and then yeah, we're safe up here for the next minutes until the level ends. I grenade these windows for a safety spot to shoot the enemies on the bridge. Basically, the reason I do this is because when the Pelican comes in, it's susceptible to explosive damage, in which it can move away from the edge of the edge of the dam. So, in a bad situation, if the Pelican receives a lot of explosive damage, be it brute shots or grenades, it can push it away from the edge of the dam, which can softlock you because you can't get in the Pelican. So what I do is I'll sit here for a couple of seconds and just kill some enemies, just reducing the chance of happening. You're pretty safe up here, no one really can hit you. So just sit here if you want. Again, this is optional. The Pelican thing is unlikely, but it can happen, so just for additional safety I do this. But it's up to you entirely. You can AFK in that corner over there, or do whatever you want.
Focus, Phantom.
That dialogue meter's coming in, so we're good. Ignore the brutes, they will die to the Pelican explosions. The Pelican missiles. Around here, I'm going to start heading out and making the way to the Pelican. I have invincibility still, so we can use that to get into the Pelican, in case we get shot at still. But yeah, sit around here, wait for it to fly in. Be careful of missiles, we're fine. Use it here and get in. And that's how I do Sierra. So again, I want to preface this and just kind of say, not preface I guess, the level's over, but just say to you guys that that's kind of how I get through the level. There are faster ways, slower ways, safer ways, different ways, whatever. As you learn this run, I would utilize as many strategies as you can and mix and match strategies, because the cool thing in this run, this route, is most of us have like different ways to get through the level. So for example, me and Sorix and Fraser and Thesis and Jerv and whatever, and Reflections, Siles, and others, we all have different approaches through the level. Mine is, I like my route obviously because I do it. The average Sierra for me is like 15-20 minutes. Sorix, for example, does it faster. Thesis does it faster. If you want to go faster, by all means go faster, but that's just how I get through the level. Pretty easy.
Sorry for the tight squeeze.
But yeah, I do definitely recommend as you go through levels to pick, like, mix and match strategies, look at other runners, see what they do, and decide what you like, practice what you like, and go through that way. That's how I get through Sierra. It's pretty easy. And I'll do Crow's Nest next.